Ketosis is a metabolic state in which the body shifts from primarily using glucose as its main source of energy to using ketone bodies, which are produced from the breakdown of fats. Here's 10 things that happen when your body enters ketosis. Carbohydrate restriction. The initiation of ketosis is primarily driven by a reduction in dietary carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose, which is the body's preferred energy source. When carbohydrate intake is limited, the body starts to utilize alternative fuel sources. Glycogen depletion. The body stores excess glucose in the form of glycogen in the liver and muscles. As carbohydrate intake decreases, glycogen stores are gradually depleted. This reduction in glycogen signals the body to find alternative energy sources. Glucose and insulin levels. Lower carbohydrate intake leads to reduced blood glucose levels. In response, the pancreas releases less insulin, the hormone responsible for facilitating glucose uptake into cells. Insulin also inhibits the breakdown of fat. With lower insulin levels, the body is more inclined to break down stored fat for energy. Lipolysis, the process of breaking down stored fat into fatty acids and glycerol, is known as lipolysis. Adipose tissue releases fatty acids into the bloodstream, which can be used by various tissues as an energy source. Ketogenesis. In the liver, fatty acids undergo ketogenesis, a process where they are converted into ketone bodies. The three main ketone bodies produced are acetoacetate, beta-hydroxybutyrate, and acetone. These ketone bodies serve as an alternative energy source, especially for the brain, which usually relies on glucose. Ketone utilization. As ketone levels rise in the blood, tissues and organs start to use them for energy. The brain, in particular, becomes more adept at utilizing ketones, reducing its dependence on glucose. Brain adaptation. While the brain initially relies on glucose, during ketosis, it undergoes adaptations to efficiently use ketones. This adaptation is facilitated by an upregulation of ketone transporters across the blood-brain barrier. Physiological changes. Ketosis is associated with several physiological changes, including increased fat oxidation, preservation of lean muscle mass, and a more stable energy supply. Some individuals also report improved mental clarity and sustained energy levels. Electrolyte shifts. The shift to ketosis can lead to changes in electrolyte balance, particularly sodium and potassium. This is due in part to increased water loss as glycogen stores are depleted. Adequate electrolyte intake is crucial during this transition to prevent imbalances. Hormonal changes. Ketosis can influence various hormones, including insulin, glucagon, and cortisol. Insulin sensitivity may improve, and the body becomes more adept at regulating blood sugar levels. In summary, entering ketosis is a complex process involving a cascade of biochemical and physiological adaptations.